Hey, it's Dorleen, and today I'm playing with some pocket page protectors, and I'm still continuing the photos from my granddaughter's birthday. I'm still using a lot of scraps, which is really fun when you do this size scrapbooking, so you're able to use scraps. Basically, those all three are 4x6 photos, and also on the opposite side. I use a lot of punches when I'm dealing with scraps and when I'm adding embellishments on these photos and in these pockets, so you'll see me do that. And I'm also using a lot of scrap papers that I used for the layouts that I'm inserting this little portion in between. If you are already a subscriber of mine, you probably have already watched two videos where I did two separate layouts. One was called Think Pink, and the other is Your First Breath. And they all are both are very embellishment heavy, which is nothing wrong with that. I love some good embellishments, but I didn't want to add a lot of embellishments when I did these pocket pages, so I'm sticking really to using paper, and that is why I use the punches, because they add some variety, even though you're just using paper. So I created this journal box for the middle of that protector, and you won't see me put in some journaling because I have so much to say about that day. It's going to be hard for me. I know it's going to take me a while to actually complete the journaling for that. But what I'm doing is I'm just putting down, well, I think I'm putting a flag up on the top right corner, but you saw that thing drop, and unfortunately it left a really ugly area of adhesive. So at first I'm thinking, okay, how am I gonna rub that out? So I use my finger. I use one of those adhesive erasers, which I believe you'll see me trying to play with, but nothing was really working. And oh, there I am right there, which I was really surprised because that works wonders, but maybe because the photo has a different feel to it. But because the photo right below it is pretty much the exact same photo, I thought, I'm just going to trim that off. And it also adds a little variety because now that 4x6 pocket page is going to have part pattern paper and part embellishments versus just a photo. So I wasn't too upset with it. I was really glad that I was able to use that photo. I mean, I could have reprinted it, but I just figured I like the way this ends up looking. So this little portion right here, for whatever reason, gives me probably the most trouble the whole time. And it's kind of funny because there are 6 pictures in this one little sleeve. And you would think, being such a small area, and which you technically could just put pictures and nothing else, it would go by pretty quickly. But it does take a little while because you want to put the right embellishments, or the way it has the right look, right? So I just started looking at it, and I decided to add scraps again of some pattern paper. And I mentioned it earlier, so the pattern paper that I pulled out are scraps from those 2 layouts. So no matter what I did, it was going to coordinate with the 2 layouts that I'm putting this page protector in between. So I really like that. I was trying to overthink it, and then I ended up just being pretty simple about it. And I hope you like that. If you do like this process, please give me a thumbs up. You can also hit the subscribe button below if you're not already a subscriber. You can hit the notification bell if you'd like to be notified of any of my videos. I do at least 1 video a week, and there are some weeks that I'll do more than 1, depending on what I'm doing. Now, the nice thing about pictures like this, as you saw me point out, there's that like kind of a strip of the blanket on the bottom. So if you are going to embellish a full photo like that, embellish in a part where it doesn't matter if you cover it up, because anything else on that photo would not want to be covered up. Look at that beautiful face. Oh, I still can remember the day. So like I mentioned before, I punched out some shapes, and I love that tab punch. I use that a lot. And I just cut a strip of the light pink, and I'm just playing with some punch shapes and figuring out how that's going to look. And this takes me a little bit of a while too, but it's still a lot of fun adding embellishments with just minimal supplies. So once I figure out what I want to do, I'll adhere those all together. It does take me a little bit. And that little white piece of paper was just sitting on my desk, and it just so happened to be the perfect width for that tab. And so I adhered those on there, on the tab. I wasn't sure what I was going to write on them, and a lot of times that is what happens. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but it's all just a work in progress, right? That's all of our scrapbooks, all of our journaling, all of our things, but that's what makes it fun. And I just, again, I'm just layering on top of each other. I was originally going to put that pink paper directly across. And then as I was looking at it, you see me cutting it a little bit shorter. And then I cut the end into like a banner, a fishtail banner, which when you do that, you just snip up the middle and then trim it at the corners up to where that slit ended. And I just ended up putting the date of her birth date on the little white tab, and then adhering that down, and that one's done. And you'll see me in a minute just sliding it into the photo sleeve. I had some punched hearts on my desk, and so then I put them down closer so I could play with them. I was going to add it in there, but I wasn't too excited about the look, but I'm really glad of what I did here. So you saw me punch those I don't know what you'd call that, medallion, I guess. And I just put the heart in there, and this is kind of my go-to. If you've watched my videos, you know, I just use a black pen and outline the heart image. Again, added some adhesive and put that, and that's all I did for that one. I wasn't looking too much for, like I said, a ton of embellishments, just something to add a little pretty to the pictures, because mostly I just want to concentrate on the pictures of the baby. So that was one side completed. Now I know I'm going to put my journaling there, but again, I didn't do it on camera. As a matter of fact, I still haven't done it. I want to put the right words, and that could be a little hard. That little banner punch is a fun one too. I like to use that a lot. And I just trimmed off the edge because I didn't want it to go too far down, because obviously don't want to cover her up, right? And on that picture, again, there's a big area from the blanket that was available to add some pretties. And I just did the tab itself. I was going to do the strip again like I did in the previous side, but decided against it. I did add another white little piece of cardstock on there so I could write a little something there. Punched out a tiny heart and adhered that on there. I want to say I just put hello baby or something really kind of silly on there. But, again, it's just a little something to add to the photo. Now, if it wasn't on there, it would be fine. But, I had all these scraps out. I wanted to use them. So it's a good way to use your scraps and to, decorate your pages or embellish your pages. And that was it for that one. And so I'm just going through the 3 areas. I do hope you like it. Oh, here's a picture of both of the layouts that I did. So you can see how they have the coordinating diamonds, the doily, and again, how embellishment heavy both of those are. So sliding this little page protector in the middle of those works out perfect. Hope you like this video. Just a reminder, give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber, and all the details of this video will be on my blog, which will be down below as well. So hope you liked it, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.